Hi everybody, Bill Knutson here for New York Sports with an Attitude. Well, the attitude is the same that it's been for the fourth game in a row now, and for many games since the end of April. We lose to the Dodgers 5-2. We had Wheeler going tonight after 5 innings, scoreless game. Okay, so leadoff hitter in the 6th comes up, he walks him. That is my biggest problem with Wheeler, just so many walks. Granted, the pitch appeared to be strike 3 on the 3-2 count, but okay. Umpires are human, they're going to miss calls from time to time. Then he walks the next guy. Right after that, he can't nip it in the bud. He walked the next guy. Then Kemp got a single. Granted, it was a bloop single to right field. Okay. Then he's got an 0-2 count on Bellinger. 0-2, right? So you can waste a pitch or two. Bellinger's got a big swing, strikes out a lot. Granted, he hits a lot of home runs. Rookie of the year last year. I get it. But 0-2, you cannot give him a strike. He throws a fastball right down the middle at the letters. The first 2 pitches for strikes were fastballs in practically the same spot. So Bellinger's like geared up for this. I know I would be, because that's the way Wheeler had done it the first 5 innings, getting some strikeouts, getting some big outs. But he went to the well once too often, and 0-2, you cannot throw a strike like that. And Bellinger hits a grand slam home run, and the game was basically over. 4-0, 6th inning. It was over. But we did come back. Bautista hit a 2-run homer, gave us some life. And then the 8th inning is what officially put the last shovel of dirt on us. Got a runner on first, 1 out. Conforto hits a routine ground ball to second base. Easy double play to end the inning. Second baseman bobbles it. Cabrera does a great job sliding into second base and then continuing on to third base because no one was there because of the shift, which I absolutely hate, by the way. I hate the shift. But it cost the Dodgers that extra base. So now we've got first and third, 1 out, after what should have been an easy inning-ending double play. Bautista comes up, first pitch, hits into the double play. And just, the fans are going crazy after the bobbled double play and whatever. Life is back. I'm thinking, okay, maybe we got a shot. Bautista already hit the 2-run homer earlier. Maybe he can get a big hit here. First pitch, right into the routine double play. All the air was out of the stadium. Game was over. So, another super disappointing one. All right, so there's some news, some player activities with the Mets, sending people down, bringing people up. All right, so we send Sewald and Flexen down. Sewald's been terrible all year, so see you later. I'm sure he'll be back in a minute or two because we keep bringing guys, send them down, bring them back, send them down, bring them back. Flexen we brought up the other day. He's always been terrible. He never even pitched this time up. We sent him out too. Fine, he stinks. Finally, after what seems like 1,000 years, we designated Robles for assignment. Way too late. Years too late, in my opinion. Way too many leads blown, way too many games blown, and we kept bringing him back, sending him in, and he kept doing the same thing over and over. It's like, how many times do you have to see the same result and you keep putting the guy in expecting something different? I don't get it. So finally, we designated him for assignment. See you later. All right, so we brought up this kid Smith, supposedly a hard thrower for the bullpen because our bullpen is absolutely atrocious. One of the worst in the league, if not in all of baseball. It's terrible. And this guy's been doing pretty well in AAA, granted. That's AAA. We'll see. We've had a lot of guys doing great in AAA, came up to the major leagues, did nothing. So we'll see. Throws hard. We need arms in the bullpen. Hopefully he can be a breath of fresh air in what seems to be a very lost season. This other guy, Kazmarski, supposedly a real good hitter. We'll see. Hitting real well in the minors. Tearing it up from what I hear. Again, that's the minors. So we'll see what happens, but we need something. Our lineup is just not very good. It's old, it's slow, with a couple of exceptions. And You know, we don't hit for average. We don't hit for power. We don't get on base nearly enough. We're near the bottom or at the bottom in all of those categories. You know, so hopefully Smith and Kazmarski can, you know, give us a little spark or something. I don't know. For the second half of the season, or at least leading into the All-Star break, we need something because it's just really bad right now. So with this loss, we dropped to 31-42, a new low for the season. First time we were 11 games under 500, and sinking like the Titanic, it appears. So they're talking about whether we should be sellers or whatever at the deadline. We're going to be sellers. I mean, barring some unforeseen miracle, called unforeseen for a reason, cannot possibly see what the Mets are going to do to give us any hope that they're going to be in contention in the second half. So we need to sell. I don't want to sell DeGrom and Syndergaard at all, but they're really the only two things of value that we can get something good back. And as I've said before, I don't want prospects unless it's with established major league talent, because a lot of prospects end up busts. But if you get an established major leaguer, you know exactly what you get. So I'm hoping if we get rid of one or both of those guys, that we get something tremendous in return. But my experience, my lifetime, when you trade somebody big, you never get anywhere near the return for a well-established superstar. You never get anywhere near the return when you send somebody. The team that gets the big star always gets the better of the trade. Let's hope if we do let one of them go, and I really hope we don't, but if we do, let's hope that trend changes and we get really good stuff in return. You know, I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's just terrible. And 4-2, you know, ninth inning, Chris Beck comes in, first pitch, home run. So any life we may have been able to establish at 4-2, even though it was basically dead after, you know, we hit into that double play with the two runners on. First pitch after they blew the double play. Next pitch we hit into it. But then Chris Beck comes in. First pitch, Puig hits a home run. Just to put another shovel on the coffin. But anyway, you know, there's always tomorrow. Who knows what'll happen tomorrow? Tomorrow, classic pitching duel. Kershaw coming off the DL for the Dodgers against our man, DeGrom, the only one we can trust as a starter, the only one that gives us any hope. So, two Titans on the mound at Citi Field tomorrow night. You know, and by the time you see this, it'll probably be tomorrow morning, so it'll be later on in the day for the classic pitching matchup. Go DeGrom. Kershaw's an all-time great. You know what you're facing against him. Hopefully DeGrom will continue to dominate and we can scratch out a win somehow. We'll see. All right. That's all I've got for tonight. You know, the disappointing loss just happened about 10 minutes ago. So make sure you subscribe. You know, as it seems the Mets are sinking and sinking further, I might do a little bit less talking about the Mets and bringing up some other stuff as football is approaching. Maybe some hockey, maybe throwing a little Knicks basketball. The draft, you know, just passed. Maybe I'll start talking about that a little bit more. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Subscribe so you can find out what's going on. All right, in closing, another disappointing night on the diamond, but thanks a lot for watching. I do appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Let's go Mets. Take care.